The holidays. Live without pain and live without hesitation. With QC Kinetics, healing is within reach. Schedule your free consultation today at QC Kinetics. Give them a call at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tosh.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Wednesday edition. We shift gears to Packers Broncos after the Packers win over the Bears on Sunday and all that came with it, including first place in the NFC North edition. The Bryan Bulaga to break it all down like he does every Wednesday, the highlight of our week. Oh, and we've got Homer too edition. And the I need Tausch's help on something. He's a hat guy. I need his help on this edition of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find in both the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, ordering a pizza that should be ready in 68 minutes. And from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Well, it depends. I had to hang up and leave the show early yesterday. I'm not going to obviously do that at 9:01. That was fun. At 9:02 or whatever it is now. So you boys had a night to sleep on it. Have we come around on the fact that you guys blasphemized me and we've come around, or are we sticking with our guns?
Jesse, you better get a cousin sub on the line.
Well, Bulaga at 9:30. I feel like we're good. He usually goes till about 11:20.
So for those who put your so's in a can.
He's choosing violence today.
In a sock.
He's choosing
There's
violence.
No violence. I mean, not being violent. There's nothing violent about it.
So
Bully some.
The Academy. Before we get any further into this, first of all, what Tausch is referring to, in case you missed the show and you had a lot of stuff going on, I had a shovel this morning, whatever it was that you had on your schedule that you haven't caught up.
Do your girls ever shovel, or do you always
They do.
Shovel?
No, they help. Yeah, they help sometimes. Not today. They had a 2-hour delay today, so we let them sleep in, so I was out there shoveling on my own. There was more snow than I was anticipating, by the way. But
Snowblower still has not moved. It's getting to be antique status. Is that where we're at?
It's definitely not antique. It is brand new.
It's never been used, right?
Never been used.
That's right. Yeah.
What a waste. What a waste.
Shameful.
Hey, guys, we just traded 2 first-round picks for Micah, but no, you're not playing Micah today.
He's not
Micah
ready
Parsons.
yet.
No, leave him in the garage.
He's going to learn the system.
Leave him in the garage.
For 4 years.
How idiotic is that sound? Hey, Goody, I know you just gave up a bunch to get a great snowblower, a.k.a. Micah, but no. We're not playing him in that game. No, it's not enough. So we're going to wait till the NFC Championship game to play him. That's what you're doing with your snowblower.
I don't even know if he'd play him then.
We'll get our friend Steven Aarons on the line.
Too light of a dusting.
And I'll let him know that we've compared my beautiful Aaron snow thrower to Micah Parsons. He'll be thrilled with that. I think he would probably agree with Tausch that I need to actually use it. But nevertheless,
13 inches of snow. Nah, it's not 15.
No, we didn't get that much. There is a inflection point where I will. I mean,
No, there's not. You haven't had one yet.
We haven't had
no
a big enough
point.
storm where I felt it was necessary. Correct.
In 4 years, there hasn't been enough snow for you to use your snowplow in Green Bay.
I'm going to say this. This is the first year in a long time we've had a bunch of snow before the new year.
Or before Christmas.
This is beautiful.
It's nice with all the lights up and everything. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful deal. It's a beauul deal.
I'm
Snowplow
glad
drivers,
it brings you
kudos
joy.
to y'all again.
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad the snow brings you joy because the way things were starting, I was a little concerned. So, for those of you that did not,
you just don't get. You don't get me, man.
I do
think
get you.
that yesterday brought me like. Okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna.
It was.
I don't want to.
It was very fun.
All right, continue.
And you did a
with
great
your apology
job.
to
I'm
me
sorry.
about.
Let me. Before I get into my non-apology, let me tell you how great you played that whole thing. It was amazing. I had no idea at all. It was just all incredible how good you were.
Thanks.
The question I have, because for those, again, if I could recap briefly, Tausch was mad at us for not issuing an official apology because there are some teams in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA volleyball tournament that the home team at the site of the regional is not playing last, like the Badgers did in their first round matchup. And then the what was it? North Carolina and UTEP played first, and the Badgers played Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, get early for
Tausch
that
felt
one.
the Badgers should have played first, which again, not only did Jesse and I, but more importantly, his brothers.
Yeah, and I
Members
got
of the-
news to report on that too, which is irritating.
The academy said basically, get a clue, bro, why they would put the home team last. And then yesterday,
One of the outside of the number one overall seed take. I believe Craig thinks this is my worst take, which is very bothersome to me.
I can't believe all of this is about volleyball start times.
and by the way, that sounds like a tease to the fact.
Aren't we the home of Wisconsin volleyball?
We sure are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you mean you can't believe it?
Big one on Friday. Sweet 16.
Doesn't sound like it.
Stanford.
I can't believe this.
Okay. That sounds to me like Craig is on the same page as Jesse and I are. So Tausch wanted an apology because a couple of the 4 sites for the regionals in the Sweet 16, Elite 8 to get to the Final Four, at 2 of the 4, the host institution is playing the first game of the day.
And letting their fans come when they want. Yeah.
And so Tausch believes...
Including the one impacting Wisconsin, most notably for us.
So Tausch believes that Patrick, to a lesser degree, he was not as staunch in his criticism.
He's not as interested in this one. No, he hasn't jumped into this one quite
He's
like
too busy working on
others.
Saved by the Bell trivia. And Jesse and I all were like, dude, come on. Obviously, there's a reason why you want people to come. You know, it makes sense to have the home team first or last. The fact that 2 home teams are first, Tausch believes that we now owe him an apology. He did not receive it yesterday, so he left.
Quit the show early. Yeah.
Today he comes full of exuberance.
Yep.
Beautiful
Waiting.
snowfall last night.
Very
P&V.
excited that it'll be a white
P&V.
Christmas.
Yep.
Expecting an apology, and there is none to be proffered. I'm not apologizing. The fact that 2 locations in the NCAA tournament are doing it wrong does not make you right.
The fact that you said it never happens and then it does happen doesn't make you want to apologize. That to me seems stubborn and bullheaded by a journalist that should be able to say, you know what, sometimes information and things change. I need to be able to adapt with them. That's what that should tell me.
You know,
but it doesn't. And that's troublesome to me as an analyst, not a journalist, that journalists would do that. That troubles me.
I appreciate your concern. Where did Craig fall on this? Because it doesn't sound like he backed down either.
He did not think that he needs to apologize. I'll just leave it at that. He said some other things that were a little more hurtful that I'm not going to bring up. He took a couple of pot shots about, his. He took a couple of pot shots at different institutions. No, I'm not going to. I'll let him call in and do that if he wants.
He's not going to.
A certain sacred. He will not. There's a certain sacredity about text messages. It's sacredness. Yeah, I'm not going to put his business out there. But in essence, he believes that doing it the way Wisconsin did it was very capitalistic, which, of course, I've said for 10 years. I am a raging capitalist.
You are. Yeah.
But this is also, you're getting the ticket sales. You already have it. Nobody is staying extra and buying extra popcorn to watch UTEP play New Mexico. Nobody cares.
No, but if their match goes long and you're getting there early, you might buy some extra popcorn.
You could have thrown your fans a bone, like Texas and like Pittsburgh, and said, we're not going to force you to do this. You guys bought all your tickets. I want you to come. You're going to celebrate a big win, more than likely, which happened with Wisconsin, and I'm guessing will happen with Texas and Pittsburgh. And not force our fans to go and watch something that they don't want to watch. And that's all. That's all I said. Nobody's losing any money on that. And that's the deal. And that's the rest of the story.
I'm gonna reach out. I am very curious to know whether it is the institution or the NCAA, which we know is a very well-run organization.
It's the NCAA.
So I would be curious to know if Texas and Pitt would choose to have their teams play first or not. Also, there are games at noon, and we are thankful that the Badgers play last instead of first because they would be on during our program otherwise. So it worked out great for us. Again,
Jesse, how big of dogs are we versus Stanford?
I don't think we are.
Why are we a 3 seed then?
Because Wisconsin had some blemishes in the middle of the season when some of their core players were out. Most notably, Charlie Furbringer, the setter, who is essentially the quarterback of the offense. Everything when you think of bump, set, spike, the set is the key component of that. She's the setter, so she touches the ball.
How volleyball works?
Yeah. Well,
Mr. Volleyball.
Not everybody. No, I thought that was
this is what you get when you get an hour and 40-minute long pregame show.
That was a helpful explanation for some of our fans
Texas
who may
match
not
goes.
know.
I hope that goes to quadruple overtime. I hope you're sitting there for 4 blanket hours. And next thing you know, you're running Antiques Roadshow during the middle of that. That's what I hope happens.
So with Charlie Furbringer and Grace Egan missing some time in the middle of the season, Wisconsin lost a couple of matches, didn't fare very competitively against Nebraska, Penn State, and USC came to Madison and beat us. And that's why we are a 3 seed. But we are fully healthy now.
Can we say without a doubt, can we beat Nebraska? Like, if we find a way to beat Texas, can we beat Nebraska?
Literally nobody has beaten Nebraska. So
Jesse, I'm asking, can we beat them?
I think Wisconsin views Nebraska the same way that the 2015 Wisconsin men's basketball team viewed Kentucky. Where they've gotten us before. They got us last year in the Elite Eight.
Why not us?
Bring them on. If Wisconsin were to face Nebraska, it would be in the national championship match.
I thought you were going to say it was going to be like Gary Anderson at the Big Ten championship against Ohio State. I thought that.
No, it would be more.
Glad you didn't.
I would hope it would be more like Brett Bielema against Nebraska in the Big Ten championship, 70 to whatever it was when Wisconsin was 6-6. Yeah, so Nebraska's the best. They are number one. They've been number one all season long. They're undefeated. They're by far the best team in the country. If Wisconsin were to play them, it'd be in the national championship match in Kansas City. And Wisconsin's played them before, longtime rivals. That would be awesome, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Let's take care of Stanford on Friday first.
Go 1-0 every match, indeed. All right, so no apologies have been proffered, but we're still going to keep doing the show. You're not leaving?
I'm not leaving. But I'm irritated that I don't understand when you're dead wrong about something, why guys can't just admit that they're dead wrong. Like, it bothers me. But
yeah, I don't know why the NCAA won't admit that they're wrong to put the home institution in the first game at 2 of their 4 sites. I'm curious too. I would agree with you on that.
That wasn't the argument. It's that
I know, but I
flipped it.
The real problem here is Pittsburgh, I think, because I think it makes sense if you're playing during the day on a weekday to have a set time for your home fans to be there, because you're probably leaving work or taking kids out of school, whatever. You don't want to be sitting around.
I mean, like a Thursday, like Wisconsin played. Yeah, like a Thursday. Okay.
No, but Wisconsin played after 6 o'clock at night. So once it's
they didn't have to.
When it's but they did. So when it's after work, you can roll in kind of whenever. The rules are a little more loose. Pittsburgh, the one is they're playing at night and they're starting early. They're the ones that are throwing this whole thing off.
Okay,
that's all.
Yeah, I don't want. I know. I'm guessing our YouTube chat's probably cussing us out right now, and I get it. But it's just something that I was really hoping with some guys that I really think have a lot of integrity. And Jess,
well,
I really feel like you guys.
I love that you're trying a different angle now. I respect the change of the angle.
I feel like I respect your opinions. You guys, you guys give good feedback. There's times that I'm wrong, that I admit that I'm wrong, and I get pushback. And then when it comes the other shoes on the other foot, when you guys just kick me with that shoe right into keister, it is troublesome. That's all.
I appreciate you appreciating our integrity. I would say we admit we're wrong lots of times. I refuse to agree to this premise, but that's okay. Agree to disagree. But we agree on Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
We do, and ensure your home remains comfortable before the brutal post-holiday winter we've gotten it. Hopefully you've been moving and getting your Pella windows put in. It's been cold. It's been snowy. You know, Santa's magical, but his elves, they are not qualified to build Pella windows and doors. Pella wants to make everybody's holiday brighter and clearer through those beautiful new windows. And is there anything better? You just sit back in your house. You got your beautiful windows. You look out and you see that snow falling, and you feel that heat hammer in your face because those windows are so secure. It's not drifting out. It's hitting you, and you're saving on energy. And you get those great vistas. And Pella's elves, they install year-round, and they'll finish installation as little as a day. Hurry up. The deal ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details. That painted you a real nice holiday picture, didn't it?
Yeah, you
Sitting
did great.
in your chair,
really
fireplace
well delivered.
lit, looking out with the snow. I think a fluttering snow is the most beautiful snow. A fluttering snow. And that's what you can do with Pella.
The snow's coming down. It's fluttering outside your Pella window.
I can't wait for the royalty-free music, Christmas music today.
That's today, right?
Yep, that's what we were told.
Yes, it is.
I'll believe it when I hear it, which will be next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Janesville Craig sophomore guard Yana Elias Stevens. Stevens put together one of the most impressive scoring performances in the state this season, finishing with a career-high 38 points in Craig's dominant 85-42 victory over crosstown rival Janesville Parker. She stacked up 26 points in the first half alone, helping the Cougars build a 50-21 halftime lead. Stevens also knocked down 5 3-pointers, scored 14 of Craig's first 20 points, and opened the second half with 12 of the Cougars' first 14 points to keep complete control of the matchup. It marks her third straight strong outing to open the year with scoring totals of 15, 28, and now 38. Congrats to Yana Elias Stevens, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Whoa! What are these? Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Available in 2 great flavors, cheesy garlic or pepperoni. Both delicious. Screamin' Sicilian doesn't play around. They're fully loaded breadsticks that come in their own bakeable tray.
Dang! Woo! These are next level. Are they the main course?
Nah, just the appetizer. Find Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Bring the party, bring the flavor.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and coming off championship weekend, it couldn't be any better. 4-0 sweep on Saturday, 3-1 on Sunday. We were 9-2 last week in football alone. Are you ready? Are you betting on sports? Are you winning? Go to FatJackSports.com. This weekend, $99 for all the football through Monday. Stop guessing. Everything's emailed to you. They're on a personal portal. They will make you money betting on sports at basketball, at UFC, at soccer, and make even more. FatJackSports.com to win today. Are you ready?
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
That's supposed to be music for Christmas. That's what that is.
Christmas Spirit, the name of this song.
That's not bad.
Okay, I'm gonna reserve
judgment. Get what you pay
judgment.
for in life. Get what you pay for in life.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. As we continue with our royalty-free music marathon here on Wilde and Tausch, we will continue to test drive some Christmas music. Before we get to Bryan Bulaga, you know how Tausch might have been irritated with us yesterday and maybe a little bit more today. You know who I'm irritated with? Josh Jacobs haters. Certainly he has not had the season he had last year. He's been banged up. He's faced early in the season defenses that said, we're not going to let Josh Jacobs beat us, except, of course, Mike Tomlin. And I get it. I understand he's not above criticism, and his yards per carry are down and everything else. Offensive line that was all jumbled. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what, man. That play he makes on the third down, on the go-ahead touchdown drive, when he's surrounded by 5 dudes in Bears uniforms, and he turns that into a 21-yard gain, that was one of the better runs I've seen in quite a while. Yeah. And the same for Matt LaFleur, who, when he was asked after the game how he managed to do that, Matt LaFleur said he didn't know. So I thought maybe it'd be worth asking, now that you've seen it on film, how he did it. Doesn't have an answer for that either. Here's Matt LaFleur.
Matt, I think Bill was the one who asked you yesterday about the 3rd and 1 play that Jacobs made, and you said you didn't really know how he did it.
I still don't know.
That's my question. When you watched it on film,
I'm like, yeah. So we cut the D end. We weren't blocking him on purpose. We were trying to arc release for the backer, or that was the safety. I can't remember who it was down, and then either run off or block the corner. And Jalen Johnson fell off, and there was like 4 guys at the point of attack, and I think it just speaks to the kind of competitor Josh Jacobs is, his ability to just will himself, just like no different than the touchdown run. I mean, he's got a. That's why he's who he is. I mean, he's a great one, and we're lucky to have him. But I love his mindset and just how he goes out there and competes and fights for every yard.
I am befuddled by this because I understand his numbers are not what you would like them to be. He's got to get about 275 yards to get to 1,000 yards for the season still. But how do you not want Josh Jacobs to be your running back?
Ask Gabe. Ask Jesse. I don't know who else has been sitting here.
Joshy.
I didn't
Joshy,
say
Big
it.
Cat.
There have been people on our station and other places that have brought up the fact that they thought this offense would be better suited without him. And that when he got injured, it wasn't a big deal.
Yep.
And he missed games, it wasn't a big deal. And by the way, Emmanuel Wilson filled in really nicely in that Minnesota game. But does Emmanuel Wilson make that play for 21 yards? He doesn't. And that's my own opinion. But Josh Jacobs, he is special. Now, does he run the stuff that exactly the way Matt LaFleur wants it, where you're doing a bunch of outside zone, you can play action? It's not what he loves doing. But to Matt's credit, he's hung in there with Josh, and he's given Josh Jacobs the opportunity to run the stuff that he is best at. That's a flexibility, that's adaptability. That is where you get new information and then you apologize and or adjust to it. You don't just stick your head in the sand and say, nope, it's what we do. So I give him, Matt LaFleur, credit. Josh Jacobs, what you kind of hope is that he is not as beaten up as maybe he had been in the past. A la like Aaron Jones in the playoff run where he's fresh. James Starks, playoff run back in the Super Bowl. You kind of like having a back. Now, Josh Jacobs has got, I don't know how many carries he has on the year, but you just know he brings that physicality to it. And I think the Packers, obviously, that is what they're looking for. And Josh Jacobs showed exactly what was needed in one of the biggest games of the year. He delivered some of the biggest punches at the end of that fight.
Josh Jacobs on the season, 206 carries, 817 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging 4 yards a carry. He got to 4.0 yards per carry finally for the season. Emmanuel Wilson, 88 carries, 351 yards. That is a 4 yards per carry average and 3 touchdowns. Josh Diaggio would like to defend himself, Jesse, because he thinks we are misrepresenting his position.
That can be arranged. All right, let's put this up here. All right, is he here? Josh, you there?
I'm here.
No, that's too bad.
Hey!
Wait, you guys can't hear me?
How are you doing this morning?
No, you sound great.
I can hear you. You sound awesome.
It's too bad we can't.
You got any good royalty-free Christmas music to share with me while you're at it?
Explain yourself, Big Cat.
Yeah, I'm going to say this statement, which I've sent to you guys in text message and I've said on the air at various points. The Green Bay Packers are more talented with Josh Jacobs carrying the ball. I don't think Emmanuel Wilson is even 70% of what Josh Jacobs offers. I think Josh Jacobs is that talented. When we were talking about this, this hinged on the fact that there was a point, up until recently, where the Green Bay Packers were remarkably inefficient at running the ball. They were consistently putting themselves behind the sticks, and a lot of that had almost nothing to do with Josh Jacobs. It was a lot the struggle of the offensive line and how defenses were playing and having success against the Packers. My whole point all along was we have what I believe to be an MVP candidate. And the Green Bay Packers are not relying on that guy enough, and they aren't calling his number enough in Jordan Love. So while the Packers have a guy who's better, but when they were catering to him and running so much as they were, and not running the boot actions and not running the play actions and not getting the looks they wanted because, well, that wasn't working, that was inefficient, and it was not good for the Packers offense in the long run. The Packers have now corrected a little bit of that because we've seen over the past few weeks some of the bigger holes all season, and the offensive line has improved, and that's made Josh Jacobs even more efficient and the passing game even more explosive. But at the time, and when you're running that efficiently, it was not the best way to score points and to win football games, and I think the results of those games in which they got losses was indicative of that.
Tausch?
Oh, he's backtracking. He said that the offense was better suited to beep. Nah, you backtracked, and that's all right. Hey, Josh, I don't want you to be an ostrich.
Tausch,
I don't want you sticking your head and saying, this is my take, and this is what I believe.
Hold on. You never heard me say it in the first place. So I think all of your information was maybe relayed to you through other parties.
Yeah, that's part of life in 2025, Josh.
Right, but you're accusing me of backtracking, but you don't know what I said in the original part, so it can't be a backtrack if you can't provide me the evidence.
No.
Tread carefully, Josh. He's on one today.
My only issue with that, and Tausch, help me out here so then we can get to Bryan Bulaga, is that your argument about the inefficiency of the offense, I feel like there are other factors involved there, including the way defenses were playing them. And the frustration you guys had was that they weren't taking shots downfield. They're not going to take shots downfield against defensive looks that are not good for throwing the ball down the field. So when they're playing their safeties back, their rules tell you we're going to run the football. And because their offensive line was not very effective, and because Josh Jacobs was dinged up, and whatever other reasons there were, you weren't getting the efficiency you were looking for. But I think you were I don't know what you were blaming that on other than the circumstances. Seemed to me you were blaming it on the quality of the running back's performance and the play caller's decision-making. Is that not an accurate depiction of your position?
It was not a Josh Jacobs critique as much as it was a Matt LaFleur critique. It was... He was in a spot where teams, Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns, ran more two high safeties than he had ever done in his career. And the Packers were incapable of getting him to do that because that's not the style of defense he typically likes to play. And they knew that if they show too high...
He's in a studio.
Right,
why is he breaking up?
We got royalty-free Josh. We're getting like every third word.
Josh, how are we missing your audio, chopping up every other word? What? You're in a studio.
You're in the Gruber offices.
Direct connection we could possibly have. How is this happening?
I have no answer for that. I'm just speaking into a microphone attached to a board.
So Josh and Gabe and everybody else has always been saying that Josh Jacobs is the man. Even though I know Gabe joined us to discuss it. But Josh is right. I don't have the goods right in front of me to call him on it, so I'll have to go back and check the tape, and I doubt I'll do that. But if I do, I'll be the first to bring it back to you.
Well, maybe you'll just kick back with a Coors Light, put your feet up, and listen to Josh disparage Josh Jacobs.
Well, we're heading out to Golden, Colorado for a big old ball game on Sunday. When you're out there, or you're here, or you're anywhere, and you want to enjoy and chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged. because it's made to chill. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, a Golden,
Colorado. Bryan Bulaga joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients, we make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Time's running out. It's the final chance of 2025 to save big at the Last Call Savings Event. This month at Eunice, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on select new vehicles across multiple brands. Or take advantage of huge discounts and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Thinking pre-owned? Check your local dealer website for a new selection of discounted pre-owned super specials and shop our group-wide inventory of over 700 pre-owned under 20 grand and over 300 under 10 grand. Plus, we have great service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes. Hurry in. When 2025 ends, so do the savings. Start your search today at shoptunis.com. 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models with approved credit through OEM lenders. Not all buyers qualify. Rate set by lender with approval subject to buyer insurability. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 per $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, title, license, and $499 dealer service fee. Offer ends 1/5/26.
The holidays are always a wonderful time to get engaged.
And this is the perfect year to do it.
Really? Why is that?
We have a special collection of double dog dazzling engagement rings for just $3,998.
Tell her what makes them double dog dazzling, Monica.
These bridal sets are covered in diamonds and have a 3-carat created diamond center stone.
Wow.
Or you can choose a 3/4 carat natural diamond for just $1,798. And Kessler's will contribute a free 14-carat gold mounting and mount your diamond in it for you.
Wow.
Or you can get 5 matching diamonds side by side that spread all across the top of your finger.
2 carats total weight.
5 big created diamonds in a ring that will rock the house. Tell her how much, Rick.
$1,998.
Wow.
You guessed it, Sarah. We call it the Wow Collection.
18 months financing at 0% is available.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized, with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The royalty-free holiday music rolls on. so fascinated by this whole realm. I can't wait to get further into it. But we don't have time to waste talking music when it's time for Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, good morning, buddy. Ah! Merry Christmas! The tree
Merry
is
Christmas. It sure is. It sure is.
Are you farther from the camera, or is that tree so large that it even makes you look tiny?
No, the tree's huge. Abby went a little bit bigger than normal this year with the tree. A little bit bigger than usual. So I was a little bit shocked when she put this size one in here. Normally it's a little one. This one's a lot bigger. So, yeah.
Did you go and cut it down? Like, is it a family deal where the whole crew goes, or is Abby just going to, like, the local store and grabbing it and throwing it on the back of the car?
No, these are not spruces. We'll just put it that way. These are the ones. These are plastic. These are plastic.
Come on, man! Come on, man!
Yeah.
Oh.
You know the Christmas tree farms down here in Florida. We'll just say they're not fantastic.
Okay. That's disappointing.
The Christmas orange tree.
Yeah.
That you put in your living room instead.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what critters you may get, so it's just better off not. The fake tree is fine.
Love a good
fake
critter.
Tree is fine.
Bryan, so we were talking before you came on to Josh Diaggio, who was disparaging Josh Jacobs, which you would think Josh's would stick together, but that's not the case here. And I understand he hasn't had the productivity that he had last season, but I thought the run he had that set up the go-ahead touchdown that he scored kind of epitomized why he's special, even when other things aren't going. Like, that was not, Matt LaFleur explained, they're not blocking the defensive end, but they should have blocked other people. I don't think you're looking for 5 guys to be surrounding your running back on a critical 3rd and 1, and he somehow makes chicken salad out of you-know-what. That when you watch him this season on film, what do you see, and how do you explain kind of his reduced productivity?
Yeah, I think first things first, and I don't think this takes too much of a evaluation that the offensive line hasn't been good enough blocking up front for him to really get going. It kind of started week 1. We saw issues with that week 1, and it kind of continued on, and then the injuries started to pile on for this offensive line. Then we started to see mixing of combinations up front. And when you start mixing combinations of guys up front, that messes with the run blocking right away. That's the first thing it messes with, because guys are trying to get a feel for each other, blocking up front, and techniques and styles. And, maybe Josh Diaggio, that is, maybe doesn't understand the intricacy of that. And, maybe a guard, one tackle isn't used to the way the guard is heavy on a double team, or a center isn't used to the way a guard lays heavy on a no scoop or something of that nature. There's different intricacies of the way guys block. And so when you are rotating guys in and out, it complicates things in the run game. It just does. And then already to begin with that, they were struggling with those things to begin with the starting 5. So yeah, to me, it starts up front, right? Like that to me is where this thing began. And I think now we're starting to see some better production with this group of 5 that they have in there right now. Like, I think we're seeing better production. But to sit here and lay into Jacobs is like, that's wild to me. Like, that to me is like the craziest. No.
Well,
like,
Blue, isn't it, Bryan, isn't it about the fact that LaFleur wants to run the hard play action and the under center stuff? And we've said that's not what Josh likes doing more. He likes the duo. He likes gun. He likes that. Isn't that part of that critique that everybody knows that Josh Jacobs is a better, more accomplished, and we saw it with that great 21-yard run. Like, not many guys are doing what he did there. But that would be the critique, is that he kind of can limit some of the things you do play action-wise. Isn't that kind of what a lot of this stems from?
Yeah, I think that's what people have kind of gotten to, and probably most likely it's they're used to seeing a certain type of play action game from when it was Aaron Jones and those style of backs. And they're used to seeing that hard, wide zone play action with a boot or Jordan or Aaron at even to that point, quick pulling the ball out and firing a shot over the middle to a receiver and it being wide open and things like that. And they just really haven't gotten to that with Jacobs, whether Jacobs doesn't like that or he's not comfortable doing that, or in training camp or in practice it just hasn't looked as clean. I don't know what it is, right? Like that's really I don't have an answer for that. That's not information I'm privy to. And I'm sure if Jason asked that question, that would not get answered honestly. So
nope.
And to be told, well, we're still doing that. Well, not really.
No,
like you're not really doing that. So there's a reason why they're not doing it, but I don't really have the answer to it. But I will say, on the flip side of it, you're getting a different style of run game with a different back that is effective. Now, is it as effective this year? No, because I think the guys up front aren't kind of executing the blocking scheme as good as they did last year. To be honest with you, you look at both sides, like you look at tape from last year and you look at tape from this year and you see how things were done. It was cleaner last year for Jacobs. Like he was not getting last year. He was able to get into the line of scrimmage untouched, right? Like he was able to get and set his blocks untouched into the line of scrimmage and do what he's really good at doing. And that's setting up the second level blockers, which is what he's fantastic at. This year, he's having to try to dance around at the line of scrimmage, which for his style of running is bad. Like that's how you beat Duo, is penetration up front right away and make him dance around at the line of scrimmage. And that's been the issue. So like to blame this on Jacobs is like, I'm so confused. The guy runs for how many yards last year? And all of a sudden, what, you think he forgot how to run the ball? Like, I'm sorry. But like at the same time though, I think this group that's together right now, this starting five that's going right now, I think they're starting to kind of click a little bit better, and the run game is improving in ways, and it's starting to look better in aspects, throughout as games go on here, which I think is a positive thing for Jacobs and for the offense in general.
Well, and to your point, he still had the vast majority, well, not vast, but the majority of his yards came after contact last year, as compared to Saquon Barkley. Right. And now he's got even a higher percentage of his yards are after contact, and they were high last year. So for it to be even greater tells you that penetration is part of the issue. But again, I understand. Look, it's not that I don't understand some of Josh DiMaggio's critique. I think the idea that he is in some ways detrimental because of the way Matt LaFleur calls the game or whatever you think, that was the part that I wasn't on board with. All right, Brian, I want to ask you one other thing, and then we'll take our first break with you. What were your expectations of Christian Watson, and by how much of a distance has he outkicked them in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't know how, and I've said this because obviously I've come back from
twice.
Multiple of them. Tausch has done it. You don't know what to expect when guys come off ACLs, and I know all the signs where everyone kept saying like he looks good, I mean he looks really good, and like that's great, like. And obviously, like, it's good that he was looking good in practice and running and doing things like that, but it's a different beast when you step on the field and you're having to do it live and guys are actually trying to cut you down from the legs and things like that. It's a different ball game. But he has absolutely blown the expectations out of the water. Like, right? Like, he has exceeded that, and how good he looks is, I mean, to come back like mid-season, right, and do it mid-season is wild to me, right? Like normally guys come back maybe like a couple games into the season, right? That's normally the way these things work. But the fact that he comes back mid-season, jumps right in, and he looks like this, phenomenal, right? Like, and now it's looking like 14.25 is a bargain. It's an absolute bargain to get him next year on 14.25. But it's all credit to him, the way he worked, and kind of just how he went about his business getting that knee ready. I mean, it's all a credit to him and how he's been able to push through it and prepare himself week in and week out now, taking care of that knee. Because once you go through the ACL rehab, it doesn't mean like, okay, well, I'm good now, time to just move on. Like, you still have to do all that prehab and maintenance on your knees to make sure it's good from week to week. Like, that's still something you got to pay attention to. And clearly he's doing it. He's doing all the things that's needed to make sure that he continues to not just play at like a high level, he continues to exceed it week after week, which to me is the most impressive part about his game right now, because every week he just looks better. And to me, that's the wild part about this whole thing.
All right, Brian, we're going to take a break, and then we'll get into some more offensive line discussion, including my elevator ride with Elton Jenkins. After Tausch tells us about Iron Jock and gets a much more manageable caller for our contest.
No. Just so we know, Jesse, what is the all-time record number? Because
6.
Bryan Bulaga,
the all-time record is 6.
No, 200
no,
and whatever we did last week. 247.
We did a big number. Jesse cried and complained and ended up taking a day off the next day because of it.
None of that
So
happened.
I want you to make sure we respect the streamers so they can get this tumbler, which, by the way, I got this tumbler. It is blanking awesome. It's stainless steel. It's big. It's Christmassy. It's an awesome Iron Jock tumbler. So, Brian, you tell me what number you think is fair for a caller.
And then Tausch will add 40.
Okay. So to respect the streamers, because we got to respect the streamers. I'm gonna go after my old Pete Tausch, 65. Caller 65.
Okay.
I think that's
very nice.
That's a good number.
It's pretty reasonable.
That's a very nice number. I think Jesse will be feeling
And then Tausch is going to ask Bryan Bulaga's number.
What is 75 plus 65?
I don't know. 65 sounds good, though.
It's 140, which we've
we'll
done
stick
before.
with 65 today. I can't believe how nice Brian is to you with all the smack you talk about Brian. But I ain't talking any smack about Iron Jock, because if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, or you just want to upgrade your own gear, you need to check out the holiday sales going on right now at Iron Jock. You know I'm a big believer in their performance apparel. Tough, comfortable, and thanks to their exclusive silver ion technology, it actually fights odor, which, let's be honest, we all appreciate, especially hockey parents. We all appreciate that. You can find all across their lineup, hoodies, tees, shorts, and more. Stock up on their holiday savings at ironjock.com. Again, that's ironjock.com. Gear that works as hard as you do. Right now, caller 65 will win an Iron Jock tumbler. Again, that is caller 65 at 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776.
We continue with Brian. Sorry.
That's way too nice. 65? Very nice.
In honor of Aaron Banks.
Banksy playing good ball. Banksy's playing good ball.
He is indeed. More with Bryan Bulaga next. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids. At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State F4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All the hits you know and love from the holiday season here on Wilde and Tausch. More with Bryan Bulaga. Hey, Brian, quick question before we get into offensive line play. I asked Matt LaFleur about Bo Melton because it struck me immediately after his touchdown. And he was mic'd up for the game. So I was watching this from the Packers earlier today as well. Like, there's excitement whenever there's a touchdown, obviously. But, man, the level of exhilaration and euphoria for Bo feels a little next level-y to me. And I know I like Bo a lot, so maybe it's my bias. But are there just certain guys, like he almost feels like the walk-on at the end of the bench when he goes into the blowout college basketball game and he hits a 3 from the wing and everyone is super excited for him. Like the level of excitement for his touchdown.
You talking about like Isaac Gard? Are you putting him in the same category as Gardo's kid?
There's been first of all, there's been lots of those guys dating back to my time as a student at Wisconsin.
You literally just described Gard's kid.
I know, not exclusively him though. Like every team has that guy, right? Who's Howard Moore. is the greatest example from my time as a student. Like when he would go into the game, there was everyone loves Howard Moore. To this day, everyone loves Howard. And so when I watched the reaction, the sideline exploded. And it's not like there's not excitement for other touchdowns, but it was just different. Do you see that? And then more importantly, do you remember having guys during your decade here that there was just something a little bit different about how strong people felt about him?
Yeah, I mean, I think the excitement would probably be because of what happened with him in preseason. Sure. Right? Like, I think moving him around and kind of, hey, you're going to go play DB, and then, we get 6 weeks into the season, and now you're going to go play wide receiver. And then he goes out and plays wide receiver and has a couple drops, and people are all over him. And now, now he's back playing wide receiver, and he makes a huge play in a major game in a critical moment. And people, I think how hard he works on special teams and how critical of a piece he is on special teams. When guys make big plays like that, they get super excited for him, and people appreciate guys like him, right? Like, I think he's very appreciated. And I don't know, I don't remember if he ever scored a touchdown or not, but I know when this guy made plays all the time, and he did on special teams a bunch, but I don't know if he ever scored a touchdown. Maybe you could double check it. But people reacted that way. Do I remember? And he's a coach now, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Now it's Chris Banjo. Played with him forever. Whenever Chris would make plays, people would go nuts for him because they knew how hard he worked, how much he cared about his job, and how much passion he had towards it, and everything like that. And whatever role he was given, he accepted it, and he did it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, to me, that's what it kind of reminds me of a little bit, right? So I think it's just because you appreciate those types of guys, and when they get their opportunity, they take advantage of it. And people getting on Bo Melton earlier when he got thrown in there to go play wideout and he had a couple drops. It's like, well, come on. He doesn't practice the position. And now you're asking him to go catch slants over the middle when he doesn't do it in practice. It's like, come on. Let the guy get a couple reps in practice before you start asking him to go do it in live action. So clearly he's been doing that. He gets the trust from Jordan Love throwing him a deep ball over the middle. And that's where we're going. People are hyped for him. So, but to me, that's what you're going to see a lot more of when you introduce Reed back into this thing. They're going to start forgetting. They're going to start cutting guys like Bo Melton loose, right? He's going to get cut loose. You'll see Wicks get cut loose. Golden may start getting lost in translation on defenses, and he'll get cut loose. And to me, that's what's going to start happening more as all these guys start to get healthy and come back and play well. Guys are just going to get lost in the secondary and just start floating open. And Jordan's very good at finding the open guys, we all know, because there is no number one. There's no number one. It's whoever's open. It's whoever's open. And he's very good at finding who's ever open. And that is a perfect example of it.
Blue, don't you think Christian Watson's number one now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. He's the number one. There's no Tucker Kraft. It's Christian Watson. And to be honest with you, if you would have had a Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson, the way they're, oh my gosh, it's just
a thing of beauty.
It would have just been. I don't know what defenses would have done. I really don't with the issues it would have caused over the middle and then running seams with that. I just don't know what they would have been able to do to defend that. Because you could take Christian Watson deep, then you could run Tucker Kraft through the seam, and that puts that safety in such a bad situation. It puts him in such a bad situation that no matter which side he picks, he's going to get beat, and it's just. But again, that's for next year. But regardless, we're in this year. But right now, Christian Watson is playing, like I said in the prior segment, he's playing at a level that is unbelievable.
Blue, why wouldn't I'm trying to figure out why teams aren't just looking at what the Carolina Panthers did, or you just sit too deep and say, can Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur be patient? Because what the Bears did, I think they probably looked at it and thought, we're not going to be able to hold up against their run game, so we have to do this. We can't generate a pass rush with 4, so we have to walk people up, and then that gives a one-on-one to Christian Watson, who just beats him like a drum on a slant. Is it a personnel thing? Because if you're going to do that, you need, what's the dude's name from Carolina who is criminally underrated? Their defensive tackle. Is it Brown?
Oh,
Guy
Brown.
from Auburn.
Yeah. Yes, Brown.
Criminally underrated player. He whooped us, and that was part of the reason why Carolina was able to do it. But is it just a personnel thing? Or if I'm playing the Green Bay Packers, I'm going to sit too deep and I'm going to say, let's see how patient you are. Let's see you take the dink and dunk, because Jordan Love's a gunslinger by nature. He wants to go deep. He ain't interested in taking dinky, 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 dinky. He wants to go. Is it all just personnel, or am I crazy to think sit too deep and let's see what Green Bay can do?
No, because I mean that's what I would do. I mean, because it is personnel. Because we saw it on the first drive, literally the first drive. They get a big run on first down, right? And it's second down and I think 3 or 4. They're in too deep again. They run a pass. He gets sacked. And then the next play is the pick. They could have just ran it again and gotten the first down and new set of downs. But, it's the patience thing. Can they stay patient enough when they're in too deep and just keep pounding the rock on these teams and just saying, hey, we're going to make you get out of this too deep so we can throw it on you. That's the question. Can they do that? And if I'm a defense, I'm going to test them on it. And if you have good personnel up front like Carolina or like we're going to see this week against Denver, when you have that good personnel, that's what I would do. I'm going to sit too deep and say, hey, I think I can beat you with my front 4. We're just going to sit my safeties deep and beat us. Like, you run it, and if you try to pass it, I think I can get home with 4. So, that would be, if I'm a D coordinator, that's what I'm going to do. Now, we got to look at what we have in the NFC, right? Let's see the NFC and these D lines that can do that right now. There's not too many.
Philly?
Philly can't do anything right now. Philly can't do anything
even
right
if
now.
Jalen Carter gets back, Philly kind of did. You don't think so?
No, the Bears ran it down there. The Bears ran it down their throat with Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
I mean, they ran it for almost 300 yards with Jalen Carter. So, and the Philly may not even make the playoffs if they continue on this path.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, Dallas could catch him, but it's going to take an epic collapse, which is possible. We've seen that movie before with Philly.
I mean, I'm just saying, what are they, 8-5 now? You lose 4 more. Yeah. It's just, things, or how many games are even left? 5, 4? I don't even know.
4 games left.
Yeah. I mean, it just, things can go south, and the way it's going there. My gosh, I have a buddy that's an Eagles fan. I saw him yesterday. He's like, can you believe what's happening over there? I'm like, I don't pay attention too much, but sure. Yeah,
just flip him off and fire an egg at him. That's what Philly fans love doing, having 5-year-old kids flip people off and throw eggs. Blue, what do you see? Because I'm very leery of this game Sunday. Very leery.
Yeah.
Denver's defense is the real deal. Bonita, right? 15 is Bonita. I just want to make sure I'm saying his name right.
I think
he's a stud.
Yeah.
Bendy, flexible, fast, quick twitch. Bonito. Denver's defense is the real deal, and it's going to be a heck of a test out there. What? Are you as nervous as I am about this matchup?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is I said this during Minnesota week when I was in Green Bay, and they were asking me, how are we going to know how this offensive line is? I'm going to go Denver. And I said Denver because that is a Super Bowl caliber defense. That's what that is. That's a Super Bowl caliber type defense. I'm not saying that Denver Broncos as a team is. I'm saying that defense that they have, especially the front 4, that's what you see in the Super Bowl. That's the type of group that you would play in a Super Bowl. They're very good. Allen, Bonito, even the other edge rusher. They got two of them. Both guys. There's him and there's the other guy. They both have like over 10 sacks, I think. Both edge rushers. They're like ridiculous. It makes me a little nervous because, like I just said, they can literally sit into shell and they can stop you in both aspects of the game. They can stop the run and they can rush the passer, right? Like, and I've played in Denver multiple times. You've played in Denver. Like, it just seems like when you play out there, and the elevation and stuff like that, that's all, that's one thing. It just seems like when you play in Denver, the minute something starts to kind of go a little haywire out there, it like tumbles on you. Like, it's just really weird. I remember we went out there against Peyton Manning and we started the game and it was going okay to start. And it's like, okay, like, it's not bad. And then all of a sudden, like, we went 3 and out twice in a row and the game just took a left turn for the absolute worst. And I swear to God, I did not run block against Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware the rest of the game. And I was pass blocking for 3 straight quarters, and it was like a terrible experience for me. Like, it, not that like I got beat every play, but it was just like a really bad experience for like 3 quarters of the game. And like, but that's the type of defense this one is. Like, that's the type of defense that Denver has again right now. That's how they've built this thing out again. They got great DBs. They got a great, front four. Their linebackers are very fast. They run sideline to sideline. They're very good at all aspects of the game. And Green Bay's got a tough task ahead. I think if you think you're going to go into Denver and throw the ball on them constantly, it is not going to be a friendly atmosphere for you. Like, I just don't think that can be the only way to beat them. Because, like, you look at the teams that, have tried to do that against Denver, because that has been Kansas City's style this year, is to try to throw it. That's been their way. They went into Denver and tried to do that, and that was not good. Like, that did not go well. And I get Denver's tackles and offensive line are not very good, but that's not a good formula. Like, you can't do that against them. You have to be able to run the ball and keep those edge rushers kind of off balance, because if you let those guys go, it's a tough day, man. It's a bad day at the office.
No doubt. Blue, what did you see when you flipped on that's from the O-line, especially Belton? Everybody's interested in Belton. They're intrigued by Belton. What do we see?
Yeah, everyone's intrigued by him, and obviously, like, I think he's steadily. I don't think he by any stretch is like playing at like all world level. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like toot a horn, right? Like, I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to say is that I think he is playing better every week. Like, that's what I think. I think he's playing better every week, and I think he's improving, and I think you can tell he's gaining more confidence in himself and kind of fitting into that position. You can see him with just the way he was from not week 1, but his first time in there against Minnesota to now. You could see the confidence in just the way he's moving and his kind of technique wise. It looks like he's becoming more comfortable in his position, which from going from tackle to guard and kind of the way he's moved around a little bit is a compliment to him, right? Like, and it's not like he's out there contrary to whatever other stats, like, he's not out there getting beat in pass pro constantly. Like, that wasn't the case against Chicago. I thought he was pretty good in pass protection against Chicago. Jordan was clean against Chicago, besides the sack that they gave up in that, in the first drive that I talked about when they should have probably ran the ball again. He was clean against Chicago. Like, it was the O-line played well, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So I think he's getting better every week. Again, in the run game, he is a very physical asset that fits what they want to do really well, right? Like, he's very physical at the point of attack. He gets great vertical movement off the ball in double teams. When he's singled up one-on-one, he displaces guys off the ball. I think he's getting better. The one thing that I've noticed, the only critique, if I'm going to give a critique, and I'm not Buckus, I'm not Steno, I'm not in their line room. That's not what I do. The only thing that, again, and this is going to be big for him this week against Denver's D tackles, Allen and those guys, because they're very good at this. They're not big, guys that like Gilbert Brown type guys. That's not what they are. Like, they're not stationary guys. They're bigger, but they're quick movers, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're able to laterally, they're very good. I've seen at times that's where he will struggle from time to time is with quick lateral movements, getting out of his stance. And it was on the road against Detroit where I noticed it, right? Maybe a little late on the snap count, maybe things like that. You don't hear the snap count perfect, or it's silent count, and you're a little off. That's going to be something really big for him this week that he has to pay attention to, is making sure he's able to adjust to movement well against these Broncos D tackles, because they do move, they're very active inside with Denver. So it's making sure that he's on point with his assignments and aiming points and getting his feet down, because he's a big body. It's not like they're going to, if they have to go around him, that especially in pass pro, that's good for him. He can use his length and his body size to help him. But in the run game, it's making sure that he's getting his feet down and he's not lunging and reaching for guys and missing on single blocks, because that's what Denver does really good, is they make a lot of guys miss in the run game, get a lot of TFLs. That's what they're really good at.
All right, Brian, a couple of housekeeping matters. I think John Cooper was who you were referring to, who had 10.5 sacks last year and has 7.5 this year on the opposite side of La Isla Bonita. I think the game you're talking about, 2015, you guys lost 29-10.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, 14 of 22 for 77 yards.
Yeah.
77 yards.
It's not very
How many
good.
How many total yards did we even have that game? If he only had 77 yards passing, that means we only had like 150 yards total offense.
You finished that game with the not so grand total of 140 total yards.
Yep, that's what I would assume.
Iowa's offense is looking at that game saying, "What the hell's wrong with you guys?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
not
what I'm
bad.
saying.
Thank
it's
you,
like,
Jesse. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hey Jesse, let's calm it down. Let's you're in the studio there.
Yeah, Jesse.
I didn't even have to make the joke. Josh did it for me.
Jason, tell Blue about your elevator ride so we can get a little Elton talk before we let him go.
Yeah, I do want to hear about the elevator ride.
So I actually, it was in the waiting area for the elevator, and then he went up in one elevator, and I waited for the media elevator because I don't really want to be going.
You didn't even have an elevator ride. You had an elevator wait.
We had to wait for a while, so we got to catch up, and he's on a scooter. He had a surgery, and as I told Tausch, I did not tell him, as I suggested on the program, that maybe they were better off with Sean Ryan at center. Again, I believe
friends like Jason
who needs anemone.
Oh, we love Elton. He sucks, and Ryan's a lot better. We've been a lot better on offense since you've been gone.
We love Elton Jenkins as a guard for sure, and I have said from the beginning that I did not love the idea of moving a guy who's as good as a guard as he is, and I stand by that position. And maybe Elton would have found his rhythm. Brian's the one who breaks down the film. But yes or no? Elton Jenkins is as good of a center as he is a guard.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
And is Sean Ryan better as a center than he is as a guard?
Currently, right now, he's playing better. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I didn't think was going to happen. Which obviously I did not. I had no idea that was, that was hard for me to predict.
Yep.
Right. Like it's hard. It's hard to predict that thing. Right. Like, that's the tough part about it. But continue. Sorry, my bad.
No, that's all right. So it was good to see him. He's making progress. I don't know what his future holds, and neither does he. I regardless of our little running joke here about the center thing, I will miss him if he's not on this team next year, and I am skeptical that he will. I like
He's
to take
Hey, he ain't going to be on the team next year.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets a Super Bowl ring now.
Jesse, you know, like that's the biggest, that's like kicking a guy when he's down. Like, you know, he's injured. Hopefully he gets a Super Bowl ring and he doesn't get to play in the game. It's like, you know, that's, you know, way to kick.
This was going so well, and then Jesse got involved.
Yeah, we got Jesse involved too much. We got Jesse involved too much in the show.
Hey, Elton, you know, I know you broke your leg, but hopefully you get a Super Bowl ring out of it. It's like, Jesse, gosh, man, like, that's nasty. That's nasty. Like, that's not nice.
Rather that than not have a Super Bowl ring.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes, Jesse. Yes, we do want Green Bay.
How's this finish going for you, Jesse? Strong.
Oh my gosh.
This is not what I had in mind. All right. Gosh. So Giuseppe's question about how the Packers are using their tight ends will have to wait either for next week or for when I join you on Thursday on the Homer Hour to discuss it. That was what I was going to discuss, but instead Jesse got involved and ruined everything. Brian, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Talk to you.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga. He joins us every Wednesday to discuss all things Packers. Tausch, meanwhile, before we get to the top of the 10 o'clock hour, will tell us about American Family Insurance and what he and Sarah are doing this holiday season.
We're starting to wind down. We have till December 31st, and Sarah and I, we've teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise money towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies, toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And American Family Insurance matches every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
The 10 o'clock hour starts at 10:23. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Here for Iron.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 7 to 16 ounce selected varieties Barilla pasta, 2 for $3. 15 to 16 ounce selected varieties Bush's variety beans, 4 for $5. 1 pound selected varieties Land O'Lakes butter, $4.99. 12 to 40 count selected varieties Hefty One storage or freezer bags, $3.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Win free groceries from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
It's the holiday season, a special time to celebrate with family, friends, and coworkers. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Let us help you with your holiday celebration. Whether you're having a small family gathering, a bigger bash with friends and relatives, or a company party, we've got everything you need at the lowest prices in town. Discount Liquor is your one-stop gift shop with over 100 varieties of liquor, beer, and wine gift sets for everyone on your list. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com. And from our family to yours, have a happy and safe holiday season.
Discount liquor.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New
Yeah, actually, a song we've heard of. Kind of a club mix, but nevertheless. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Jesse, what exactly did you do at the end?
Where is, Jason, where is your concern level? Blue and I are both concerned, and I know you don't care because you're not a fan, but are you thinking this is going to be an upset? Like, where's your head? You don't have to give us your prediction yet, but where's your head?
I'm happy to give you my prediction. I think they're going to lose.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna see some offensive struggles, which I still think they're a really good offense, and I think they're gonna be fine. But I think if this game was in Green Bay, I don't know if I would have that same feeling. But the rarefied air of the Mile High City and the way their defense is playing, I don't think their offense is very good. So I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. But I think we're going to be right back where we started going into that Saturday night game in Chicago, where if the Packers win, they'll be in first place. If they lose, they won't be. And then we'll have to wait out and see how the final couple of games go to see where the Packers end up in the playoff positioning. If they can go into Denver and win, awesome. What a great bonus. Right? Because you would think because it's an AFC game, it's not as vital. But based on where they are and what Chicago has left, it's an important game and not an easy one. So
I'll say this. If they go into Denver and this offense lights up the Denver Broncos defense, oh, baby, you ain't getting there.
Totally
Everybody and their brother going to be jumping on this bandwagon to go win a championship.
They will be. Here's the thing, and I know we didn't get to Tuesday's normal NFL power rankings. If they go into Denver and win, how do you not put them as the number one team in the NFL power rankings on ESPN.com?
I think because the Rams, if they win, probably will stay ahead of them.
I don't know, Jim. That would be quite the quality win on the road. I'd be curious to see what the reasoning would be, because you're, especially if they play offensively.
Can I say I'm a little nervous about something else too?
Uh-oh.
So the Rams are a really good football team, and I think the biggest impediment to the G&G
You've said that.
going to win a championship this year. Phillip Rivers just came out of retirement at 44. I'm not going to be shocked if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement in the next couple weeks and makes a playoff push for the Rams.
What?
Yeah. The dude is always putting these workup videos. He's yoked out of his mind. He probably, I don't know what he's all doing, but I guarantee you this, if he comes in, he's going to play. I mean, he'd be ready to roll, and it would be a limited run. I don't love the idea that can happen. But if I'm the Rams, I'm begging him to come. And if I'm Aaron Donald and I'm looking around, it's like, it's December. Just had a big Christmas. What the hell with it? I'll come back. We'll play the last two games. Maybe we'll get the bye. And let's go try to chase the championship. I'll come in and be a pass rusher. I'll play 20 snaps. I don't like that concept that could happen.
Aaron Donald is 34 years old. So that would not be unreasonable at all. He did not
He's
play
10 years younger than Phil.
Correct. Last year he did not play. In 2023, he played 16 games. He had 8 sacks. He was a first-team All-Pro. He finished in the balloting for the Comeback Player of the Year because he had an injury in 22 that limited him to 11 games. Is that a completely independent Tausch thought? Or did you see something out there?
No. By the
really
way,
smart
we got to stop.
take.
Like, Dove Kleiman's stuff is all. He's got a lot of fake news he puts out. We got to make sure.
I don't follow him anymore. Ever since whoever Dove used to be sold it to whoever's running it now.
Dove is getting very opinionated too. Like, this means this guy's a bad guy, and I'm done with Dove.
Done with Dove.
No, it's just something. Like, I'm thinking about it from Aaron Donald's perspective. Yeah, he's probably happy, he's content, but he's still yoked and in great shape, and he's obviously still works out in the Rams facility, I believe. It's probably pretty tight. I think Sean McVay would be like, if you want.
Yeah, we got space
come
for
on
you.
Back in.
Yeah.
The Rams are having
would
a great
he do this
year.
into
It's
the
kind of
camera
staff
like you do?
Hey, Aaron. But you just feel like this could be like the last stand with this group because I think McVay wants to get young at quarterback. He tried to trade Stafford last year. I won't be shocked if this happens. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And I am not hearing any reports. I'm not an insider. I'm not an outsider.
Yeah.
I would analyze and say I don't want to see that if I'm a Packer fan.
No, I would tend to agree with that.
You know who else doesn't? Belton, Sean Ryan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's very
Banksy.
true. Yeah.
You know?
And they don't have Elton Jenkins because Elton Jenkins stood up to Aaron Donald and got into a brawl with him. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Normally, Homer joins us at 10:30, but we're a break behind. So we'll talk to Homer coming up after I tell you about Associated Bank. And the best customer service in the industry, they've got the awards to prove it, and I've got the experience to prove it. Whether it's early pay, having access to your direct deposit from your employer up to 2 days early, whether it's credit monitoring so you're ready to make that big purchase, like when we got our furniture from Steinhoffel's, our credit was good because they monitor that for us. And, of course, fraud protection. If you run into any issues at all with people trying to be you, well, they've got your back. Plus, they've got Packers checking, Brewers checking, and Badgers checking. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Uncle Homer joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants. And thank you, Milwaukee.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Whatever you do, make sure
you know what that music means? Even though we're probably going to have to pay some royalties to Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs. It is Steve the Homer True on Wilde and Tausch. Homer, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'd be shocked if you have to pay, but maybe you do.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. By the way, I want to thank Jacob in the YouTube comments. Apparently, and I'm still working on fact-checking this, but I'm guessing he's right. Because Aaron Donald would potentially be coming back with the team that still holds his rights in retirement, he missed the deadline. Like Ragnow for the Lions, that ultimately didn't end up happening because of the hamstring injury. So it sounds like he can't come back.
Good.
Again, I don't. Okay. I think Jacob's probably right about that. I'm trying to find the right story that explains it, but I think he's probably right. So we appreciate his.
So how could did Phillip Rivers' contract expire?
Yeah. So I think I don't think. I think the last team that Rivers did play for in 2020 was the Colts. So I'm not sure why that room would. Why that
maybe
rule
signed a
would work
one-year
that way?
deal and finished it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob. I like a little knowledge you brought.
We appreciate that a lot. Homer, are you getting your hopes up about this team? Because we just got done talking about how we think it's going to be a tough go for the Packers on Sunday in Denver. And if it is, will that change the way you're feeling about this team's playoff picture?
None. They're players. It's all about what do they do in the playoffs. This is just fiddling and diddling and trying to make it easier in the playoffs. But they're good. They set a standard, and they win the next two games. They will be a favorite to make the Super Bowl with a couple others. And if they lose the next two games, doesn't really change my view of them as a team. And they got to win a playoff game. Pretty much that simple.
Wait, so if they lose to Denver and then go to Chicago and lose, that will not change your opinion of them at all?
Nope. Nope.
Tausch, would that change your opinion?
What do they need? What do they need?
It'll
What do they
change my
need to show
opinion.
you?
But I just believe that they need to be a 1 or a 2 seed to get it done this year. I think this playoff, this NFC playoff, getting it done is winning a championship. I don't care about them winning one playoff. I want them to win it all. And in order to do that, I believe they need to be a 1 or a 2 seed. They're not going to win it all?
That is true. No.
No, you don't think they're going to win it all. What do you think is impeding it? Why do you think in a conference that is this tight?
Better teams. The Rams are better. Seattle's better. And I just think they're a year away.
At Lambeau, they're better? At Lambeau, they're better.
I mean, yes, somebody is better. Yeah. Or, yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I disagree. I mean, not violently. I disagree vehemently.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
a legitimate disagreement. That's fine. We're just fiddling and a diddle in terms of the the level of how good they are or how good they can be.
Homer, I don't think these next two games are fiddle and diddling. I think these next two games are critical. Because if you lose these next two, you're probably going to be a 5 or a 6. And that means you got to go play Philly or Tampa. That means you're going to end up having to go play the Rams or Detroit or Chicago.
Right.
So it makes that path that much more difficult in a season that we've noticed nobody is awesome. There's a lot of really good teams that if they're playing their best ball and agree,
the Rams are awesome. The Rams are awesome.
Well, Carolina showed them that they weren't.
Again, as you well know, team's not great every game, but all the stats and all the performance, the history, the coach, the quarterback. They're at a level above the Packers, and I think Seattle might be too. We just don't know enough about them. Their numbers are very impressive too.
You trust Sam
but
Darnold
anyway,
in a big game?
so you don't. They need to win the next two games because you don't think they're good enough. I mean, that's weird. You think they need to win the next two games because you don't think they're good enough in the playoffs. I mean, you pretty much agree with me.
I think the path, Homer, I think the path would be too difficult.
Right.
Not that they can't.
They're not good enough. Well,
No, I think it's because everybody is lumped in, and I think you have a certain amount of capacity. If you have to have 3, drag them out, slug them out, playoff games on the road, that takes a lot. We saw that when they ended up going down to Atlanta and getting beat, if you remember. They ran out of gas. They ended up having to have Gooch play guard and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you remember.
I love
when
we bring up Gooch playing guard.
Okay. But this is weird because I believe in this team more than you do, because they don't have to. Right, because I don't think they have to win these next two games. It'd be nice. It would certainly show them where they are as a level. But no, you like them, but not that much. Like you don't want the effort. You don't the playoffs to be that difficult.
You guys got a weird relationship, man.
What the hell are you talking
about? There's another to the relationship. I don't understand that.
Are you guys doing okay after Sunday's postgame show? Because that got a little contentious there on Sunday.
Yeah, well, I didn't understand. Listen, here's the deal. I get on air. Homer, hold up a second. I'll give you the floor. I get on and do my opening statement. And the Packers just have a great stand to win a huge, tough, hard-fought game in the division against an upstart team that gave us more of a game than I anticipated, but I knew it was going to be a dogfight. And we make a great stand. And Homer gets on after I do my opening statement and calls me an idiot and says I didn't watch the game. I'm sorry, that is going to piss me off. So I go back at him. He acts like we're the worst team in the league and that we have no business even being out there. Our defense sucks. That's what he decides to go with on a postgame show for our fans after a huge win at Lambeau. Go ahead, Homer.
Is that an accurate depiction of what occurred, Homer?
Yes.
No.
Go back and watch it.
But I yelled too much. That is accurate. What is important is that what irritated me then, he has an amazing ability to irritate me the same way now. The issue was great stand. Then or now. That is so insanely wrong. They didn't make a great stand. The Bears went right down the field. 2 of the first 3 plays went 51 yards. All they had to do was let the time go and run. The Packers did nothing. The defense folded terribly in the second half, including the last drive, but Caleb Williams bailed them out. How anybody, then or now, could view that as a great stand, I'm incapable of comprehending that. They were incredibly lucky on a play in which Caleb Williams had maybe 4 options, 3 of which worked. They didn't even need to throw the ball. They averaged 4.7 yards per carry the entire second half, even though they never had a long run. A good high school coach could have led the Bears to tying that game. And again, this is all about one statement. I'm just as irritated today. Great stand. That's like saying you had a great stand on a broken ladder. Next.
don't even know what that means.
Just because you say next. All right, you two. I've already litigated and jurisdicted and did everything with this. You two, Jesse and Jason, tell me which side of this you fall on, because there's two sides to this. Homer is basically saying we were dog lucky and the Bears should have beat us. Our defense stunk and didn't make a play at the end of the game. That's what you said.
It should have been tied. I never.
Well, they're
said
going
they
for
should have
two.
won the game.
No. They're going for two, and they're either going to win or lose 29-28 or lose 28-27. So, Jason, which way do you go on this?
There is only one issue. One person says the defense made a great stand. The other person says that's idiotic.
Homer, if somebody tuned into our postgame, they would have thought we lost by 2 touchdowns the way you were going. Period, Finn. That's what they thought.
Yeah. Well,
it is. What do you mean you don't know? That's what happened. Go ahead, Jason.
The Packers defense made a great play.
He's going to get mad at you. He's going to get mad at you.
For Keyshawn Nixon to recognize that Evan Williams has taken I don't know if it was Swift, I don't know who it was in the flat, but that he has abdicated his responsibility of covering Cole Kmet, and he drops off of his guy, who I think is DJ Moore, and is there to make the interception, and agree, by the way, that Caleb Williams, with a better throw or more awareness, probably throws a touchdown there. They make the great play to win the game. But to Homer's point, and I admit that this is a little bit of bias for me, because there I am sitting in my seat, wrote my big story about Enter Sandman, which I was so excited. They play Enter Sandman with 3:32 left, and on the very first play, the Bears get a 27-yard gain. And that was not how I envisioned that playing out. I was hoping for storytelling purposes, Micah Parsons with a first down sack. Instead, 27 yards, then 24 yards. And that is not a great stand. It is a great play to win the game. But no, don't get frustrated. I'm not agreeing with either one of you, which is usually a good place to be.
No doubt. You're hedging. I'd finish your statement. I don't know why I even asked you. Go ahead.
Look, the NFL.
It go exactly as you expected, Mr. Tauscher.
He doesn't like it when.
No, Jason can't take a stand. He hems and haws. I know that with 10 years of experience, but I still ask. He's a hemming and a haw. Hem and haw it. Go ahead, Jason.
Now, hold on. This was a great stand. Jason Wilde.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just
great hem and haw. Yep.
No, it's not.
I see both sides of the argument.
They made a great
You either
play.
make a stand or you don't. They score a touchdown or they don't. Yeah, they gave up some yards. A stand is you stop somebody. That's what a stand is. You either do or you don't. What do you guys not understand about that?
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
I'm dumbfounded.
I
don't want any questions. You two go ahead. You guys go hem and haw.
Again.
Hold on. If Caleb Williams had handed the ball to a Packer defender, would it still have been a great stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You win. I'll accept that.
They made a great play. The Bears, they did not knock the Bears out. The great defenses, they get the I'm sorry. You can take.
You don't have to apologize. You can be wrong. I'm all right with that.
Nice. You've got some homer in you. That's pretty good.
You guys are just I don't know what you guys have, or you're just sitting there and you can't acknowledge. Sports is about results. It is.
It's about the process.
Fandom and media, it's results. No, that's for the players and the team. Fan-wise, in our show, it's a results business. So if we had won the Super Bowl with that play, Homer would have gotten out and said, well, God dang it, they gave up 51 yards before he made the play to win the Super Bowl. Jared Bush makes a great interception, but before that he missed a 10-yard tackle. Like, what are we doing?
I would have said
that's
were
what
lucky
this is.
to win the Super Bowl if that had happened at the end of the Super Bowl.
The fact of the matter is, whether you like it or not, for either of you, their defense was out of gas. They just were. They had the 3-and-out by the offense, the quick touchdown to Watson, another 3-and-out. They at least have the go-ahead drive where, as we talked about earlier, the huge run by Jacobs on 3rd down. Otherwise, I assume they're going for it on 4th down, and if they get stopped, they're still in a tie game,
now,
or maybe they kick the field goal.
That was a great drive.
It was. There was undeniable. I can tell you this: the Bears did not get a stop on that drive. They did not make a stand. My point is simply that they were on fumes at that point. And so for them to make that one play that wins the game is enormous. It's not lucky. It is a great
Jason,
play
that is being
by their
so,
defense.
Because that wasn't even the biggest play in that drive. So you said one play. Enigbare's play set that up. Two plays at a minimum, which is a stand. Like, I don't get you guys. It's almost like you're looking for negative. Like, you're just being negative when you
How
don't
is
have
it
to be.
negative to say they made a huge? And you're right.
You said they made one play. The Enigbare play is the biggest play in the game.
Totally. Very fair
critique.
Question.
One play. Oh, Keyshawn Nixon with one play.
Hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
Tausch Homer would like the floor.
The same question that I asked in the postgame show, and Tausch, I would hope, will give the same answer. If Jordan Love had made the pass, not Caleb Williams, what would you have said? Would you have said the Bears made a great stand or not? And you said, what did you say?
No, I said it would have been a bad throw by Jordan.
Okay, I rest my case.
What case are you resting?
That it shouldn't matter who makes it. If it's a bad
it
throw,
doesn't matter who
it's a
wins.
bad
What are we, 5th grade soccer? It doesn't matter who wins or loses. Let's just give orange slices and pat everybody on the tush and tell them to go home and have a good day. That's what you guys are saying.
I
Winning
feel more
and losing
comfortable in
matters.
position. Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does.
Oh, it doesn't sound like it.
Also telling the truth about what happened and how they won matters.
Did the Packers make a stand to stop Chicago from scoring and winning the game? Yes or no?
Yes. If that's your definition, yes. Mm-hmm.
Very important. Nicely done. If that's your definition. We did learn his definition of stand.
I simply don't understand you guys.
I literally, you don't understand us?
If Caleb Williams hands the ball to a Packer defender to end the series, you said that would also be a great stand. If that's the standard, yes, assuming the Packers show up and go on the field with their helmets, any way they stop the Bears is a great stand. I now know the rules.
You guys,
if they forget to go on the field,
what a slap to the face of the Packers defense and Keyshawn and JJ Enigbare and everybody involved. That you're trying to equate Caleb tossing the ball to a defender to what we just saw. The fact that you would do that is a slap to the face of these guys.
Did you qualify as a great stand too? Am I correct? Was I listening, Jason? Did Mark Tauscher not, in fact, say those exact words earlier?
It would if he had walked up to J.J. Enigbare and handed him the ball, it would have been stopping them from scoring a touchdown. That, by definition, would be a defensive stand. Yes, correct. Because that's we're defining it as preventing the touchdown.
No. Listen, earlier in our conversation today, I believe Taus said that would also qualify as a great stand.
I don't believe I said anything like that, but you can run the tape.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back and look for it.
Anybody else hear it?
Homer, are you all right, though? Be dead serious, because you were real angry with me on Sunday with the game. And then you were also real angry.
I was disappointed in your opinion, but that's all.
No, you said I didn't watch. You told me I didn't watch the game. You insulted me and insulted the fact that I watched the game or not. Like it was an insult. But that's not even the worst thing Homer did over the course of the weekend.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And Homer,
what did he do?
I go to the Wisconsin Marquette game on Saturday. It was a fun game. We kicked the Marquette's keister, and I get that. Marquette's down a little bit this year. I text Homer, middle of the game, he's wearing a huge winter parka courtside. And I text him and I said, are you going to take your coat off and stay a while? And he texts me,
Pretty good text.
Blank yourself.
Whoa.
Who the blank are you? Yes, and then I said something like, why are you so angry? And he goes, blocked. Blocked.
No, I didn't do any of it.
Via a text message. Yes.
I didn't do any of that. I never even saw. I didn't do any of it. So I don't know how that happens. I didn't do any of it.
What do you mean you didn't do any of it? It's literally on my phone to Homer. I said,
I don't know how that happened.
No,
I did none of that.
I don't believe
Here's
you.
what he
Did
said.
you text the wrong
Jason.
person? That's a wrong number.
That seems out of character to me.
I text Homer. I said, take your coat off, stay a while. And he goes, who the blank are you? And then I said, damn, you're angry.
You texted the wrong number.
Texted somebody else. You texted the wrong person.
No, I don't think so.
Trust me on this. I'll bet you whatever amount of money you want. I'll bet you
I'll
your
have
last
to look.
year's contract.
This is so not something Homer would say.
I don't know.
Good.
I'll do some research. Maybe I text
you.
Maybe I text.
right.
It is under Homer, and maybe because I said let's start the pregame early here if Green Bay scores. But then I look now at the last date. I think I did text the wrong person. So Homer, I'm going to apologize to you and whoever I text that is Homer in my phone.
I think that's good because I probably should apologize for the post-game show. I went too far. The reason I went too far is if I ever do anything that people don't think that I immensely appreciate everything about you, then I've gone too far. We disagree, we have whatever. But if anybody, like you said, a couple of friends text you or whatever, that's going too far. I'm going to try not to yell. I was
no. So
I was
Homer. Here's what I'd say.
But
I
anyway,
love your feistiness. I couldn't fathom to understand.
It's a cold center. That's why I wear the coat. It's freezing cold there.
You're on the ice.
And I love that coat because it's nice and light and it keeps me warm. But someone else mentioned doing my show why I have my coat on now. They said you look like
it's definitely somebody else's number. It's definitely.
Can we get a screenshot of this text exchange?
No, I am not going to send that because.
Oh my God! So wait a minute.
I thought it was
to be clear.
I thought it was odd. Homer and I have had a lot of corresponding. I thought it was weird, but then I thought Homer was. I mean, he's middle of the game texting, so I thought maybe he was just distracted and said, "Get the heck out of here! I'm trying to call a game."
None of these clues ever added up to you that it wasn't him.
No, I think I wanted it to be him. So that's part of it.
I'm so glad you brought this
up. Homer, I apologize. That's
Not
on. This
necessary.
one's
You already
on
did
me.
it. You already. That's fine.
All right.
It's actually funny. It's funny.
All
and, I guess now I know. If you actually had responded that to me, I probably would have thought it was someone else. But I guess I have work to do. Bye.
Homer now departing for his Uber work with his grandchild. That story is absolutely amazing.
Which one?
Who I want to know now.
Yeah, who did you text?
I want to know who this person is.
Who have you been texting for years that you think is Homer when you say start the post game show?
No, I think Homer switched. I think Homer switched cells. Did he not?
No,
not to my knowledge.
If he's at the same cell, yeah, then that's on me. Because
I've been calling the same number when he comes on this show for 8 years.
All right, that's it.
That's
on me.
Amazing.
Totally on me.
Our clock is completely messed up. You need to tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We got a lot of show left with not a lot of time.
Indeed, we do. And Jesse just went down there. We have, I think, a win this week will secure one of our prognostications that when we were down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jordan Love keeps climbing in the MVP vote, which is awesome. And it's just awesome to go down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Great food, great music, great gaming, a bunch of slots, great live table games, a beautiful sports book, and a great high-limit room. Hard Rock Casino Rockford elevates the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games tailored for discerning players, enhanced game rules including blackjack where the dealer stands on a soft 17. You'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your very best yet. Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge.
More Wilde and Tausch, or Wilde and some random person, next. So stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks fell 124-112 in Detroit to the Pistons on Saturday night. Kevin Porter Jr. led all scorers with the season-high 32 points, including 19 in the first half, but Milwaukee couldn't keep pace after the Pistons opened the third quarter on a 13-3 run. Here's head coach Doc Rivers after the game.
I hated how we came out in the third. Man, I thought we played perfect in the first half. You know, the turnovers, a couple bad turnovers, not many though. Like we did everything, and as I talked about before the game, we were leading in the margins. Scoring is going to be hard for us. We understand that, and that's why our defense has to be better.
The Bucks will enjoy some time off as they will return home to face the Celtics on Thursday.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Quick question here, and then we'll have to get ourselves back on the clock somewhat with a Tito's vodka conversation. But here's my question. Jesse, you worked in Beaver Dam for a while.
I did.
Our buddy Wade Bates, who does a great job with Sherry Sackett, and they do their morning show, and I join them on Fridays.
Wade's better than Sherry, for the record. I have a rivalry with Sherry. She's like my Bulaga of Beaver Dam.
Really?
Yeah, we got a history.
You may need to
What did she
do you have one in every market? Do you have a Bulaga rivalry like?
Kinda, come to think of it, yeah. A lot of them, yeah.
Got one with Big Cat sometimes. So sometimes if for some reason I miss Wade's call and I call back, they put me on the air right away, they don't even know it's me. So they don't screen calls sometimes. My question is, can Tausch give you the number of the person he thought was Homer, and can we call them? Or is that IPT?
Based on what the responses have already been to Old T, I don't think I want to be part of that.
Do you think it's Bruce and Cassville?
I think it very well sounds like it might be. I think Tausch should send an apology text to this person and say, sorry, wrong number. Definitely thought you were one of my coworkers.
Why on earth would I do that after when he texts me?
By the way, I'm Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion Mark Tauscher. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm not doing any of that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find, because I want to tell you guys. So here's what it is. I have been texting this number since since 2021.
Oh,
and I've gotten really good. So I've texted him after games, and I can tell the dates because they're Sundays in September.
Okay.
Let's do a Tito's here. Okay, and then I have to leave the show.
Are you getting replies?
And he says, yes, sorry, I wasn't looking at this. I'll do this in the future. Hey, just found out I donated 8 tickets to a teen challenge game, which is what Homer does. He donates a lot of tickets.
Sounds
he does
like
a lot
Homer,
of stuff.
yeah.
Can you help me? And I said, yeah, I'll make a call. I'll try to help. And that was November 6th. He has responded to that. November 6th.
Of this
year?
year?
Then I
of
texted
this
him,
year?
Yes. Yes. So I said I put a text out. I think I could do that. And then he, just continues on. This whole thing is weird to me. And then he texts me about when he said that Micah Parsons can't tackle, and I said Deion Sanders. I said something else. That was on November 17th of this year.
Yeah, he has not changed his number, though.
So I said, make sure you're clarifying, because he was out there trying to say I was comparing Deion Sanders to Micah Parsons tackling, which I didn't say. He asked me if there was a Hall of Fame player that couldn't tackle, and I said Deion Sanders was not a great tackler, but obviously one of the greats. And I said Micah Parsons is a much better tackler than you're anticipating. So that was November 17th of 2025. So something is amiss here. I don't know what it is. I do have duplicates in my phone, and sometimes there can be a Homer with his right cell and then maybe something else. But this is really a conundrum that I'm in.
So Homer traditionally...
And then Saturday mid-game, I said, take off your coat and stay a while. And he said, who the blank are you? And I said, blank, you're angry. And he said, I don't care, you're blocked. Which is nothing. It's not that big a deal.
It's going to make it hard to call him on the show.
This whole thing is super unique to me. I don't know what has happened here.
So Homer gives out his phone number on the air, right?
He has been known to do that, yes.
His cell phone. I'm not comfortable doing that, even though he does it himself. But I do think we need to fact check this number versus the number that I have that he always responds to. Is it green or blue in the responses, if I may ask?
I just pulled it back down, so I'll have to look back up on Saturday.
Well, tell us about Tito's, and we'll fact check that later.
Indeed, Tito's, handmade vodka. You know what? Doesn't matter what you're looking to add, if it's cranberry, if it's Gatorade, whatever it is, everything goes great with Tito's. Tito's doesn't just make great drinks, they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass around the holidays or whenever, make sure it is Tito's handmade vodka in that glass, crafted to be savored responsibly.
All right, so the number I text Homer on, I texted him on July 25th about Shaka Smart, and he replied. Okay. And then I have a group text with him and John Kerry.
Just in fairness now, I have Homer in my phone. It is single, but there's two different numbers.
So you texted a different...
But they're both been responded to by Homer in real time.
All right, we'll get our best investigators on this.
I don't believe Homer texted me the blank off. But it was so real in real time that I thought he might have.
More Wildy Tausch and
imagine being on the other end continues. Take your coat off, stay a while.
That's a pretty harsh response to that, yes, indeed. More Wildy Tausch, straight ahead, stick around.
Round one of the Wildy and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The holidays can be the most wonderful time of the year, but also the busiest. If you don't have the time to start baking holiday cookies, Sendix has just the thing. This weekend is our 7th annual Holiday Cookie Walk. Stop by Saturday or Sunday 8 to 5. You'll find all of the most popular holiday cookies for you to choose from. From chocolate-dipped peanut butter to traditional gingerbread cookies, we have dozens of flavors to choose from. Mix and match your own custom assortment. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Time's running out. It's the final chance of 2025 to save big at the Last Call Savings Event. This month at Cunis, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on select new vehicles across multiple brands. Or take advantage of huge discounts and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Thinking pre-owned? Check your local dealer website for a new selection of discounted pre-owned super specials and shop our group-wide inventory of over 700 pre-owned under 20 grand and over 300 under 10 grand. Plus, we have great service specials on brake, brakes, tires, and oil changes. Hurry in. When 2025 ends, so do the savings. Start your search today at shopkunis.com. 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models with approved credit through OEM lenders. Not all buyers qualify. Rate set by lender with approval subject to buyer insurability. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 for $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, title, license, and $499 dealer service fee. Offer ends 1/5/26.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome to Jackpot Land. This fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month. And earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The investigation continues. We need Lenny Briscoe on the case. But I think we've found that at some point you have two numbers for Homer. And he had that other number at some point as well. So we'll continue to try and figure that out. Matt?
And in fairness, I don't know which one I text because it just says Homer. And he's got two numbers on the thread that I text him.
I can tell you which one you should keep, and then you could delete that other one out of there.
No, I'm going to keep both. I think this is kind of fun.
He's got a new pen pal now. He wants to stay in touch with.
Well, no, that pen pal blocked him, so he doesn't really have a pen pal.
So that actually should help me in my correspondence with Homer, if that number.
Well, I don't know. When you send a text to someone who blocked you, does it bounce back to you, or you just?
I believe, it tells you.
Or they just don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll work on that. I don't think we're going to need any sort of legal advice on this, but if we did, or if this person came after us and we were somehow injured in an accident, we would make the call to David Gruber. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more about all the great stuff David does in our community. And, of course, the one call, that's all promise. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. We get to the 11 o'clock hour in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered.
Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Where's My Christmas Tree? Another classic. Right up there with White Christmas and chestnuts roasting on an open fire. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Matt LaFleur is at the podium discussing the Denver Broncos and a factoid that I did not know. Of their 11 wins this season, the Broncos have come from behind in the fourth quarter 9 times per Matt LaFleur stats and information. Tosh, what does that tell you about the Denver Broncos?
Cardiac kids know how to win. Nothing gets they don't get rattled. But that's what it tells me. I think Sean Payton, obviously a veteran coach, goes over situational football. They also blew a game late with a leverage penalty early in the season that they should not have. So it tells you that they're not a juggernaut. They're not running people out of gyms. They're having to scrap. And that tells me this is going to be a tight football game on Sunday. And the Broncos feel really good about tight football games. And that's playoff football. And this will be, it's not a playoff game. But for Green Bay and for Denver, I think Denver's chasing the 1 seed. Green Bay's chasing the 1 seed.
Right?
You can't afford to lose any of these type of games if that's what your ultimate goal is. And as I've said, I think on both sides of this, just because you get the 1 seed doesn't mean you're going to go to the Super Bowl. We've seen that movie before.
Important
this year, with the level of parity that this playoff picture is going to have, any advantage that you can get, and there's no bigger advantage than not having to play and advance without that. That is a huge, huge advantage. And both of these teams are fighting for that on Sunday.
Where do we stand on Sean Payton?
Good coach. Really good coach. I think because he's really media savvy and he was on Fox and he's done that, I think he gets elevated. Ahead of a Mike McCarthy whose resumes are eerily similar.
You're right.
But that's the world we live in. Perception becomes reality in a lot of cases, and both had Hall of Fame quarterbacks, both have a championship. But I think Sean Payton is looked at as more innovative and new-aged than Mike. And I believe a lot of that is the media part of it, but also size. I think that's part of it, too.
It's time for trivia. We did double trivia yesterday, which was fun. We enjoyed it. Usually we try to do that with our geography, but we'll only have one contestant today. Jesse, what caller would you like? I'm taking it out of old boy's hands. He's already had it taken away from him once by Bryan Bulaga.
I'm just the Iron Jock guy. I'm just doing Iron Jock. I'm not doing
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
No, I understand, but I'm talking about the tumbler that we're giving away.
That's understood, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
It didn't sound like you understood that.
Well, we're playing all the holiday tunes, royalty-free by your request today. Christmas Day is December 25th. How about caller 25 for trivia?
Love it. Look at you. What initiative from old boy. Caller 25. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. While you're dialing, Tausch will be telling you about Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's the best time of the year for the holiday season. Bowl games, as long as people aren't opting out of them. Basketball matchups, playoff pushes. Oh, baby, and the best place to be is on Prize Picks, the simplest way to play daily fantasy sports. Make your player picks in less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you get them right. Cash in. And new this season, you have early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you might be able to cash out before the game even ends. And with stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. Steph Curry, Giannis. If you want to go, what was the quarterback's name? McCarthy. Pick. You got all of it. You can do it on Prize Picks. And deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI and you get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks.
It's good
to be right.
To be right. Okay. It just threw me off there. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
The holidays are busy. Meals to make, gifts to wrap, parties to host. When it's finally time to unwind, make it blissful with Carbless. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor with every sip. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. While it may be frozen outside, it's always flawless with Carbless. No guessing and no compromise. So whether you're celebrating with friends, hosting the crew, or relaxing by the fire, bring bliss to your holiday gatherings. Carbless, full of flavor, guilt-free enjoyment.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, and I've got the perfect gift idea for you. A holiday design gift box filled with all your favorite Kringle flavors from Racine Danish Kringles. No wrapping, no stress, just pure holiday joy. My family and I love it when the Kringle box from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our house, and you can have it happen too. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH to order today. Racine Danish Kringles is the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. Racine Danish Kringles, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Visit Kringle.com.
This winter, upgrade your home and your savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows, roofing, siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Get it done now and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our biggest year-end blowout. Call 262-800-4274 or head to extpros.com. Don't wait. These holiday savings melt away fast. Exterior Pros and Baths. Your home upgraded for the holidays.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This is what I envision it sounding like at Old County Stadium if they played Christmas music on the organ as someone came up to bat. Love it. Let's play some trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in today's contestant. It is Kurt in Monroe. Kurt, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Great show, guys.
Thank you. Do you know Jeff in Monroe, or is Monroe too big for you to know each other?
I might know him if they could tell me his last name, but
I'll send that to you from Tausch's phone.
I've heard him
Homer's
on
got
your
a
show.
bat line that he can send it over to.
Yeah, we'll have Homer pass that along. Just give us your number.
Take his coat off. Stay a while.
He'll text you. All right, the category is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday Trivia. Kurt, question numero uno is this. The Great River Road traverses through 33 historic towns and villages along 250 miles of which of the following rivers? Is it the Mississippi River, the Wolf River, or the Crimea River? Crimea River, get it?
That'd be the Mississippi.
It would be the Mississippi. I had not heard of the Great River Road. Jesse, were you driving on it recently?
Well, this is probably the time to tell you I did not make these questions this week. Up North Joe makes a return appearance, providing the questions for this week, because I've been working hard getting ready for my hour and 50-minute pregame show on Friday.
Or 20-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, one or the other. All right, Kurt, question 2 from Up North Joe's Trivia. Which of these highways is not part of the Door County Coastal Byway, which was granted National Scenic Byway status in 2021? And congratulations to the Door County Coastal Byway for that incredible honor.
Belated.
Okay, which of these highways is not part of that? Is it Highway 42 that is not part of it? Is it Highway 57 that is not part of it? Or is it Highway 12 that is not part of it?
Highway 12.
You are correct. Very smart answer. Well done. All right, question 3. The design of the new Nature and Culture Museum of Wisconsin in Milwaukee is inspired by which of the following state parks
located in western Wisconsin near Camp Douglas. That was a mouthful. I didn't know about the Nature and Culture Museum of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. I'll have to check that out.
Replacing the old public museum. This is the new one. Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were calling it. So which of these state parks inspired the design? Is it Devil's Lake State Park, Mill Bluff State Park, or Perrott State Park?
I'm going to go with Mill Bluff.
You think that's a good decision, Tausch?
Yeah.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. Indeed. You are correct, Kurt. A perfect day.
I think Kurt feels like he could be part of the flock with Tyler and Jesse. He's so confident. He is very quick with his answers.
He knows his geography. Kurt, how
I
many...
think you should think about recruiting him. Jesse, get him an NIL package put together and see if you can bring him to the East.
There you go. All right, so Kurt, how many times have you played trivia, would you estimate?
Yeah, he's good.
How many times?
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
I was going to say 3 or 4.
He's a bracket guy.
Yeah.
His CFP ranking is going way up. He's in the mix.
Oh, he's the James Madison of our bracket.
He's a newcomer on the scene. A couple months ago, started listening to the show. Well, I'll say this. You have every right to be confident in how you answer your questions because on geography, you were right on the money. You got all 3 right. That means you got 4 entries into our drawing on Friday and potentially at Tausch's behest start working on writing some questions apparently because we'll have you back as our guest questioner.
Oh, no. He can do that too. I'm saying Jesse and Tyler when they go to their Golden Geese trivia contest, bringing him on board. Yeah.
Kurt, would you say you're a good trivia player overall or just in Wisconsin geography?
I'm pretty decent on sports and music.
There you go, Jesse.
We got those covered. We need a science guy. We're not good at science.
Bill Nye.
Yeah, we need a Bill Nye with us.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Good one.
Kurt,
Although,
okay, sorry.
No. Say goodbye to Kurt. Then I got to share something with you.
Kurt, thanks for playing. We appreciate you, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
So there's a big development happening in the Jesse and Tier 1 Tyler friendship.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you gone your separate ways?
You're the godfather, aren't you?
He's been released?
No.
Waived?
He's moving further away.
What?
Yeah. About a month away, he's going to be moving.
Where's he moving to?
Tier 1?
What's the exact address?
He's moving from his address that's the same as the one on the other side of the street in town. He lives in Cottage Grove right now, but he's going to be moving down further southeast Wisconsin toward the Oconomowoc region, Lake Country. So it's going to make.
How do you feel like that's going to affect your friendship?
That's going to be a tough one. Because he's going to be closer to some of our other friends that we went to high school with.
So you may not be Tier 1 anymore.
Yeah, I may be in. There's a lot of things going on with Tier 1 Tyler that.
What are the chances you and Becca end up moving down there and then start carpooling with Ashton?
There you go.
You and Ashton.
Not great, only because Stacy Bruner and the great team at Bruner Realty found us this amazing house that we have in Sun Prairie. We have no intentions of leaving it anytime soon because of the great process we went through with Stacy and the team at Bruner Realty.
Yeah.
What about Iric?
Iric was awesome, too, for financing the home. He was fantastic, and we enjoyed working with him as well to make sure we had all the I's dotted, T's crossed.
So I'll ask the question that Jason wants to ask but doesn't have the courage to ask. How does this affect our bubbler sourcing with Tyler moving to
should have no impact on the bubbler situation.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on your new house. I hope you use Stacy and Iric and the whole team, and you had a great time, and we'll still expect all the bubbler.
Congratulations. As long as you're still hooking us up, that's all we really care about.
Oh, boy.
Wonelli is next with demoted Tier 2 Jesse. So stick around.
This is
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
You're on Badger.
It's almost like Charlie Brown, but without the royalties.
We will get to Whoa Nelly in a second. But first, I want to remind you we're almost out of time. So if you've been hemming and hawing like some of us on the panel might do on a question about doing your jingle for your Kringle, now's the time. We've only got 4 days left before the deadline. We would love for you to enter. JingleForYourKringle.com is the website that'll redirect you to where you can put your entry in. All you got to do with Racine Danish Kringles in ESPN Wisconsin is sing your little ditty, your little Kringle jingle for the holidays. 2 rules. That's all we got is 2. Very simple. 60 seconds or less. Include the phrase, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition, in your jingle. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you do that, you'll be eligible to win. And if your jingle is selected, you win Kringle for a year. Like the Kringle of the Month Club from Racine Danish Kringles. And if you want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, but you don't want to sing, I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's worth it. You should try it. But if you don't, just go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH, and you can order the Peppermint Brownie Kringle, which is their new flavor for the holidays. I think we're going to open ours up today, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm also looking forward to Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
It's a busy time on the sports calendar with obviously all the football postseason pushes going on, college pro, NBA, Cup, college basketball, conference game tonight for Wisconsin on the road at Nebraska, 23rd ranked Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska's won a bunch in a row.
They're good. Bradley transfer, Rink Mast. Good player. Baseball's winter meetings are also taking place right now.
I saw this. I know exactly where you're
When's
going.
When's Pablo's birthday?
May. And this has... All this is Pat Murphy. This is one of the top articles on ESPN.com. Pat Murphy, reigning NL Manager of the Year 2 years in a row, has won it every year that Craig Counsell's left the Milwaukee Brewers. Not optimistic, it sounds, that Freddie Peralta will be back with the Milwaukee Brewers for the coming season. He's due to be a wealthy man, have a lot of acreage if he wants it, maybe beachfront acreage, wherever he wants it, in multiple islands, says Pat Murphy. And then asked about roster building. I love being part of his career. I've seen every pitch he's made in the big leagues. It's personal to me, and I love the man, and I hope he's a Brewer. And then he's asked also about players moving on and how difficult the job is.
He's getting traded.
And then he said about the front office, quote, I think they know what they're doing. My role is to take whatever guys we have. I hope Freddie is one of them. 29 years old, Freddie Peralta finished 5th in the Cy Young voting last year, but was not very good in a clutch must-win game in the postseason.
Well, you just
and
had to put
hasn't
that in
been
there
for most of his starts in the postseason.
Is there a question here?
We all agree, Freddie. Are we all in agreement Freddie Peralta is likely not going to be a Milwaukee Brewer in 2026?
I would think that we should start the season with him, and you could still... Now, if you get a haul of hauls, got to make the move, right? What Pat's saying there is, yeah, we can't pay him what he deserves and what he's earned, and he is at that point in his life he needs to cash in. So, good on you. But if you don't get what you want, let's make another run at this thing. Let's make another push, and if the season's starting to get sideways or it's going awesome, if it's going awesome, you roll with it. If it's not, you could trade him and still get some nice prospects coming back. But it's going to be a tough look. Even though I think Brewer fans understand kind of the scenario we're in, he's been such a war horse for this team. And if you trade him, I think you're sending signals that, hey, we're going to still compete, but our warhorse is gone, and I think the expectations of what this team could be would drop if indeed that happens.
Yeah, this sounded like it's not goodbye yet, but it's probably going to be goodbye. So I'm going to say the nice things that I would say if he was going goodbye right now, just so it's out there. And boy, I hope it doesn't happen, but it's probably going to happen. That's how I read this. Interesting story. It was by the Associated Press on ESPN.com. It's an interesting. I did not expect that news to come out the way it did. So, but it's probably likely. Next.
Whoa, Nelly! Tausch, you described the NBA Cup quarterfinals as that sweet, sweet action yesterday. Did you get a chance to watch the Orlando Magic and Miami Heat or the Toronto Raptors and New York Knicks on Amazon Prime yesterday?
Or did you miss out on that sweet, sweet action?
I missed out on that. I think I was saying it in jest. Or was I being serious? I don't know. Because when the Bucks were in it, I was intrigued by it.
You were.
But now I literally could give two rips. So that's where I'm at.
Well, do you know who had the biggest night last night in the NBA Cup?
Oklahoma City?
No, the Orlando Magic, led by the star that they acquired during the offseason, Desmond Bane, 37 points for Orlando. The Magic are now on to Las Vegas, where they will meet the New York Knicks.
I don't understand why I like that so much, but I do.
It's fun.
It's good.
Because it's fun.
It's good. You do a really good job, Jesse.
Desmond
Bane. Keep it up.
Could have been a Milwaukee Buck in the draft. Whoa, Nelly!
Boy, if they had Desmond Bane,
it would have been my favorite player.
Well, not only that, I think the Giannis stuff would be, the tenor of that discussion would be very different.
Did you see what Desmond Bane did the other day? He just chucked a ball at OG Anunoby. No. He just threw a ball at a man laying on the ground out of bounds. He got fined $35,000 at Madison Square Garden.
Why did he get fined for doing that? He was trying to save the ball, right? It wasn't...
Yeah, I mean, it was egregious. Like, he was throwing it off of him like it was going out of bounds. The ball was going out of bounds anyway. He just picks it up and just chucks it at him for, like, no reason.
Was that wrong? Should he not have done that?
That sounds soft. That sounds soft. I mean, do you remember when Anthony Mason used to throw punches at people? And I don't know how much he got fined, but that sounds... I don't think that in 1994, with the heyday of the New York squad... I don't think that would have been that big a deal.
R.I.P. Anthony Mason, right? We lost him a few years ago?
I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I better fact.
I think you're right.
Patrick Ewing, Starksy, Rolando Blackman. What a team.
Wow. He's been gone a long time. He died in 2015.
Oh, wow.
Anthony?
Anthony Mason. Covered him when he was with the Bucks.
He was. I like to model my game after Patrick Ewing and Anthony Mason.
Oh, interesting.
I thought you were Jokic.
Like well, that's who it is now. Jesse. Jokic wasn't around when I was a kid modeling my game.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were talking modern day or back in the day. Sorry,
modern day Jokic would be. He'd be my.
You're very Jokic-y.
Sure.
Yeah. You're about as Jokic-y as. And he plays in Denver, which is very nearby Coors and your Coors Lights. Perfect fit for your game.
Really good fit. And whether you're watching a Bucks-Nuggets game, a Packers-Broncos game, is there any other correlations that we got? Rockies-Brewers? Whatever it is, and you want to just sit back, enjoy a great sporting event, and chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered. And it is cold packaged. And you know what? It's refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
The holidays can be the most wonderful time of the year, but also the busiest. If you don't have the time to start baking holiday cookies, Sendix has just the thing. This weekend is our 7th annual Holiday Cookie Walk. Stop by Saturday or Sunday 8 to 5. You'll find all of the most popular holiday cookies for you to choose from. From chocolate-dipped peanut butter to traditional gingerbread cookies, we have dozens of flavors to choose from. Mix and match your own custom assortment. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
This is another recognizable song. We're making progress. Good work, Jesse. DJ Jazzy Jesse with his royalty-free tunes. One tidbit from Matt LaFleur. Must not have been very newsy today because none of my beat writer colleagues tweeted out much of anything other than Lucas Van Ness is going to practice. Had the foot injury, missed 5 games, came back, played 6 snaps, and then
was sidelined again for the last couple of games. Tausch, what can he do for you if you're the Packers?
Well, he can add a little spark in the pass rush. I think with Devontae Wyatt being out, that's going to be something, especially you put him on the inside. He obviously can play on the outside. I'm cautious with this because the foot and the fact that he re-aggravated something, you'd never want to see that, because then psychologically you might be a little more tepid than maybe you were. So hopefully he can kind of get over that part of this and not just kind of look at this season as, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get out there and be healthy and be a contributor to what you hope is going to be a long playoff push.
We will do it again tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Thanks to Bryan Bulaga and Uncle Homer as well. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Packers quarterback Jordan Love has been on fire this season. 22 passing touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, and a quarterback rating that ranks 4th in the NFL. Love, joining the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, says a lot of that credit goes to his head coach and play caller, Matt LaFleur.
During the game, he's always there right next to me, making sure we're on the same page with how we're going to attack him. But he's a very, I think he's one of the best offensive-minded coaches in the NFL.
Love, LaFleur, and the Packers offense will certainly have their hands full Sunday as they travel to Denver to take on a Broncos defense that ranks top 5 in yards allowed and sacks.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
It all began 53 years ago with one belief. Every family deserves support, and every child deserves a safe place to learn and grow. When you join the team at La Causa, you support giving children a chance to learn, to grow, to dream. Their team doesn't just show up for work, they show up for the community. As teachers, caretakers, clinicians, and social workers, united by compassion, education, and opportunity, help change lives every day by embarking upon a rewarding career at La Causa. Apply today at lacausa.org/careers.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
ESPN and the magical world of Disney. We are live and on the air here. First of 2 days of our 4-day residency. TJ Jefferson holding his head in his hand because he learned during the commercial break that Pete Alonso is an Oriole. The Mets lost Edwin Diaz and his Trumpets to Los Angeles yesterday. It's been a rough 2-day stretch for the Metropolitans and their fans here in the metropolitan area. Don't worry, Hank Azaria will be here shortly to hug it out with you. He's a fellow Met fan. Paul Rudd's making his way to the studio in support of his new movie with Jack Black called Anaconda. It's exactly what you think, except it isn't. That's in hour number 3. We'll talk about his Chiefs as well. My power rankings still to come. There's you at 844-204-RICH, number to dial. ESPN Radio audience is presented by Progressive Insurance. We say hello to anybody who's streaming us live, listening to us live. And if you are streaming us live and you're seeing... all right, put him up on the screen. Is he smiling? Is Cam Hayward smiling? Because last time I saw this man was on his podcast when I was talking so much smack about Michigan against Ohio State that Jack Sawyer even blushed. Congratulations, Cam Hayward, on winning that game, your team and your alma mater, and obviously what's going on with your team. What's up, man?
Nothing much. We got a win versus the boys in blue, but, that was expected. We were supposed to do that. Now we got our work cut out for us in the playoffs, and we got our work cut out for us for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm looking forward to taking care of that.
All right, a lot of work being cut out. I'm happy to stop talking about college football. Very happy to just move on from that one. How are you? Happy to move on from that. So
we can keep talking about it. I'm cool with that. No, it's cool. We can get back to it. We made bets. I don't even ask about the bets. I just, I'll keep those in a back pocket for a later time. But we did.
I don't remember doing anything like that. I said I would just come on your pod the week before. I don't. The rest of it, I'm a 56-year-old man. My memory's a little hazy. No, but if we did, I'm happy to figure out whatever the heck that was. Did I do that in some sort of a Bert Kreischer haze at the Super Bowl with you? Did I do something stupid in New Orleans like most people do when they're down there? Did I do that? Forget.
I think it was just like Ohio State Cam Hayward jersey you were supposed to wear on TV. So
God,
we can make that happen. We can
that I don't remember, but oh my God. All right, I don't think they come in my size. All right, let's talk about your current. Okay, so. Oh my God!
Good job, Cam.
All right, Cam. Let's talk about your current situation. Yes. What was it like going into that game last week with the conversation about the Steelers and Mike Tomlin in